Today we cover the third of the three main ways to clearly convey complex ideas in writing. To review, the first was simply to break a sentence into two or more sentences. The second is the semicolon. And then the third, which we're going to talk about, is the coordinating conjunction, otherwise known as FANBOYS.
Because fanboys, you said and, or, nor, for, but, yet, and so.
Yeah, but that's the way I remember.
Starts with and,
yeah,
but fanboys starts with an F.
Well, actually, I know that, but the point is, and, or, nor. And or are the most commonly used coordinating conjunctions, so that's the way I remembered them. But the easiest way to remember all of them is that mnemonic fanboys.
Yeah, got it.
And I shouldn't use the word mnemonic because it's an impossible word to pronounce if you look at it. But Todd will spell it.
I skip the M. I just go mnemonic.
Yeah,
and then
Todd,
it more sounds like an engineering term then.
but
like
how do you spell it for the audience?
M-N-E-U-M-O-N-I-C.
Mnemonic device.
A mnemonic device is actually, it's a fancy pants way of saying a shortcut to remembering something.
Yeah, easy way to remember something. And fanboys is certainly easy to remember. Now, I want to say one more thing about this before we leave it. With a coordinating conjunction, and this is key because so many people that make this mistake, you always have a comma. The dog barked, comma, and then he bit me.
Yeah.
However, if this is when you have two equal units in their sentences. Now, when you
meaning
don't
a
have
subject, a verb, an object, or maybe not an object.
maybe not an
on each side. The subject is repeated after the comma in that case, right? I hit the ball, and
Comma,
I ran,
and
I ran to first base, and
right.
I ran to first, and he hit the ball, and he or she hit the ball. And
right, but
she
now
ran to
here's
first base.
here's the key where many writers confuse this. It's so simple. If after the coordinating conjunction and or nor for but yet or so, you do not have another independent clause, you have a subordinate clause. That is, you have a group of words that don't make sense. Then you don't use the comma. It's simple. It's just I hit the ball, no comma, and ran to first base. However, if you said I ran to first base, comma, and or rather I hit the ball, comma, and I ran to first base, that's fine because you have two sentences. But if you don't have the subject of the second sentence, it's just a clause or phrase, ran to first base. I hit the ball and ran to first base, no comma, no pause.
Remember, when you hear coordinating conjunction, think fanboys. Next, we're going to talk about that nefarious complex sentence pitfall, the comma splice, or the comma fault.